Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place. For the finest in men's fashion, Tom's Place will suit you. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. This is Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy. And we and our staff scoured the internet this week for totally useless information just for you.
Plus, we will answer your question in our mailbag section. And in the news, pet goldfish commits credit card fraud on an owner using a Nintendo Switch.
Totally useless information. It's everything you never needed to know.
Throw away your totally useless GPS. It's time for geography. So get lost with Nick and Roy.
I don't know what that lady looks like, but when she does that intro, I could just see her in one of those safari hats, maybe, camouflaged so she's riding in the desert.
I think it's sick, Nick, that you envision women dressed in certain ways. I don't know sometimes what you're thinking when you hear women's voices. And I don't want to know.
You know what? Don't worry, neither do they. So I think we discussed on the show, you're afraid of heights. You're not a fan of heights. Is that correct?
I'm not a fan, no. In fact, the last time we were in Canada, we were in a really cool room at the Marriott.
Right.
But it was really high up and it had all windows, gorgeous room. It was amazing. And of course, free of charge because we're so popular in Canada.
Oh, yeah, they just threw the room at you. Absolutely.
We're
yeah.
big celebrities. Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm looking out at the beautiful CN Tower, and it was Christmas time, and it was cold, and the CN Tower was lit up. But I looked down, and there was just windows all over, and it's scary. Heights to me are scary. I get that pit in my stomach.
Well, speaking of the CN Tower, that's coming up in just a couple of facts here in geography. I asked you for this reason because they have these glass bridges around the world. And when I talk about glass bridges, I'm not just talking about, just a couple of 100 feet off the ground.
You're talking in the CN Tower, right?
No. That's the glass floor, which I'll talk about. I'm talking about this place in Jasper, Canada, which is in the western part. It's Columbia Icefield Skywalk, perched 918 feet above the Sunwapta Valley in the Canadian Rockies.
No, see, that ain't happening. I'm not walking across that.
It's a lesson in it's a lesson in ecology, geology, glaciology, evolutionary history as explained by the self-guided audio tour.
It'll be a lesson in defecation if I got to walk across that.
While heavy snow might pile up on the cliff edge walkway in the winter.
That's not all that's going to pile up on that bridge.
Right. This glass bridge has 4 layers of glass that can withstand the weight of a Boeing 737 airplane.
Yeah, I don't trust that. I don't care what they say.
All right. So there you go. You know what when I first was reading about these facts, actually it was a colleague of mine at the radio station that I work at here in Toronto, and I said, they were talking about these glass bridges, which is what inspired these facts. And I said, what they should have as you're walking across, they should have these speakers and the sound effects of glass cracking. Yeah, that would be hysterical. And
well, I don't know. I walked. We went on an MSC cruise.
Yeah,
which is really beautiful ship, guys. I get nothing for it, but that was a beautiful cruise. The ships are Italian and they're amazing, but they had 12 stories or 13 stories up a glass bridge that went around the back of the ship. And I'll be honest, I walked around it, but it was, to me, it's I'm just don't like heights.
Well, don't go to Jasper, Canada.
Okay, I won't. Canada has a few people, right? I mean, for the size, it has very few people.
Yeah.
But what is the least populated country per square mile?
All right.
And I would have thought it was Canada because you guys have a large country with very few people. I think, what do you have? 30 million or 40, 35, 40 million people?
So more than 37 million plus. I lost count after 35,600,000.
Mongolia.
Okay.
600,000 square miles. 4 people per square mile. It's only 2.5 million people living in Mongolia. It's 600,000 square miles.
Crazy.
That's insane.
Where the heck is Timbuktu? You know what people say? I went all the way to Timbuktu. So I wanted to find out, where is Timbuktu? Well, it's a city in Western Africa. In the
Nick,
yes?
Timbuktu is a city in Western Africa.
Oh, because I asked you, where is Timbuktu?
Oh, hold on. Wait, let me do it correctly.
Yes.
What is Western Africa?
Okay. I didn't realize we're on Jeopardy. Usually we're in Jeopardy, but not on Jeopardy. So Timbuktu is a city in Western Africa of Mali, historically important as a trading post on the trans-Saharan caravan route, historically important as the center of Islamic culture from the 14 to 1600s. It's located on the southern edge of the Sahara, 8 miles or 13 kilometers north of the Niger River. The city was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988. So that is where Timbuktu is.
Cool. There you go. See, now that's a good one. People are learning today. Learning a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
The largest lake in the world. You'd think maybe, again, Lake Superior, right?
You would think, given its name, yes.
It is. It's super, super big and super deep, by the way. But did you know that the second largest lake in the world is in a place you'd never think? Africa.
Oh.
Yes. It's called Lake Victoria in honor of Queen Victoria. It was founded in 1858 by John. He's got 3 names. John Hanning Speck. So he had to be important because he has 3 names.
Always.
Right. And it's a massive second largest lake in the world, Lake Victoria in Africa.
I wonder how far that is from Timbuktu.
You just make a left in the Sahara and just keep going.
Right. Just make a left at the sand dune, make a right at the other. Yeah, there you go, at the Mirage. Yeah. Make a
left at the sand dune, make a right at the Camel, and you're on your way.
That's right. But don't pass the Mirage, then you've missed it.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever seen bike racks all over any city, right? You've seen lots of bike racks everywhere, right?
Yes, not that I use them, but I've seen them.
Okay. Now you're thinking that kind of clutters up the streets and everything. What if they came up with a different idea where you can sort of have a bike garage that doesn't look so cluttered? What do you think? Is that a good idea?
I'd say I think people shouldn't ride bikes at all, but go ahead.
Oh, boy. Okay. Sure. How about this? How about storing those bicycles in an underwater bike garage?
Underwater?
It's a massive underwater bicycle garage like the one that opened in Amsterdam's Central Station. The structure has space for 6,300 personal bikes and 700 more for bike shares to facilitate the first or last mile of rail journeys. The capacity will expand to 11,000 bicycles with a second garage. This is a country, Amsterdam, that has more bicycles than citizens. 35% of Amsterdammers, those damn Amsterdammers, using their bicycles.
Did you call them Amsterdammers?
Amsterdammers. They come from Amsterdam, using their bicycles daily, which increases to 50% of Utrecht's residents. So imagine this is a country that has more bicycles than citizens, so they have to put these bikes in an underwater garage.
You know what cracks me up, too, about Amsterdam? I used to have a friend that would go there. He'd save up all year long. He was a single guy. Yeah. He would go to Amsterdam, and he would take advantage of all the legal prostitution. They have the red light district, which literally they have red lights on they're available. Yes. And they stand in windows in scantily dressed clothes, and like so that you look at them like a model, and then you go in. It's crazy. But also this country that has all these bikes and all these healthy people, they're also the largest country with drugs because drugs are available. They're free. They're not free. They're illegal. Everything. Heroin, cocaine, opium. It's all legal there. So it's just it's a freewheeling country, you know, Nick?
It is. Well, literally with the bicycles, absolutely. Brought to you by the Amsterdammers Tourist Association.
Brought to you by Trojan Condoms.
That's right. Come again? That's right. Brought to you by Trojan Condoms. Come again.
Yeah. Come.
That's right. Exactly. Hey, that's where rubber hits the road.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, that's what girls used to call me in high school, the rubber tree. The word capital, right? We just take it for granted.
Right.
Like it has 2 meanings.
All right.
Okay. Originally, it has two meanings.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, it's the city that serves as the seat of government, right? That's the capital.
That's correct.
But it also means the building where the legislature meets.
Oh.
So when legislature meets in a building, it's called the Capitol.
In the United States.
It is the word capital. If you look it up, it has two meanings. So I don't know if it's just the United States.
Well, up here in Canada, we have the Parliament buildings because we have a different, different sort of government. But doesn't capital also have another meaning of financial nature?
Money, I would
money?
think. Yes, you have capital.
That's right.
So this damn word capital means a lot of things.
It gets around just like you did in high school. So we were talking.
Yeah, capital is what you need when you go to Amsterdam for the festivities.
There you go. And with a capital A.
With a capital R for red light.
Exactly. So we talked about, we teased you about Toronto CN Tower. So yes, I do live in Toronto, Canada. Roy's in Fort Myers. So we do have the CN Tower, which serves as a communication tower. And also it has a restaurant up top, a revolving restaurant. The 360 restaurant, look at how clever they were. They call it the 360 restaurant because it goes around in
360 degrees.
Exactly. So you go and you make a reservation at the 360 restaurant and ask for a table in the corner.
Hey, thanks for joining us on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. There are several ways that you can get in touch with us. You can go to our website, nickandroy.com, click on Contact Us to email us. That's nickandroy.com, contact us. You can also check out our birthdays and our birthday messages, nickandroy.com/birthdays. You can also leave a voicemail message on the website, and you can also text us at 71010. Send us your comments or any requests for useless information. That's 71010.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information. To access the full library of episodes, visit nickandroy.com. That's nickandroy.com.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Part of this fact here comes courtesy of my boss, my direct supervisor at the radio station. He said, here's some totally useless information for you. And I'm thinking, I better get this right. Otherwise, well, it's been nice
Wait
knowing
a minute. What was that I heard in the background? Was that a kissing sound?
No. This is not kissing butt. This is saving my butt, okay? Because just before I found this information, I updated my resume just in case.
Yep,
okay,
yeah.
The 360 restaurant revolves around the city. It takes 72 minutes to make one complete revolution.
Oh, basically, so you better order slowly, otherwise by the time you finish, you still haven't seen the whole city.
Exactly. The anchors to build this the structure was built to last 300 years. That was his question. He was asking me, how long does the concrete last? It's 300 years.
300 years. So basically, those poor suckers that are up there like 299 years from now, they're in for a real treat.
Yeah, and for a real ride.
Yeah,
it was
a rocky ride. But you better. I have news for your boss.
Yes.
I have some information that's very pertinent to him. He better keep walking at the same speed because if he stops short, Nick's head's going to give him a colonoscopy.
No, this is not. I'm not saying this is for him. He asked me to look this up because he's interested in the show. I think this is a good thing. The building was completed in 1976. It would take winds of over 1,600 kilometers an hour to topple the 553-meter tower.
It's amazing. I've been in it. It is amazing.
And it does
is truly cool.
It does have a glass floor. Oh, and it takes exactly 1 minute for the elevator to go up from the ground floor up to the top of the observation deck. And it does have a glass floor. And Roy, you said that you didn't get a chance to make it to the top of the tower, not because of your fear of heights.
It was the weather.
It was the weather. It was a foggy day. Yeah.
Yeah, and we wanted to, I wasn't going to do it, but you can actually hang off the building. They attach a wire to you, and they put you in like a jumpsuit, and they let you hang off the side of the building, which, you know, I think that was called the I'm a stupid idiot ride.
No, it's called the Edge Walk. Sorry, it's called the Edge Walk.
The Edge Walk.
Yeah, I know. So, you know what? Come to think of it, my boss said to me, "Why don't you? We're having a meeting today. It's up at the Edge Walk."
Yeah. No need for a cable, Nick. Just look over the edge.
That's right. My goodness. So, if you want to know, if you do want to know more information, you go to cntower.ca. And in order for you to, let me just give me a sec. I'm going to look up to find out how much it costs. Okay.
It was expensive to do all that.
Yeah, hold on.
It was expensive, but if you're in Toronto, you have to go see the CN Tower because it's like it's one of the attractions. You know, your stadium is cool. It was so state of the art years ago, not so much now, but still, your city's laid out nice too. It's Toronto's a nicely laid out city. It's like a small Manhattan with people that are constantly apologizing.
That's right. Some people refer to the city of Toronto as like New York run by the Swiss. By the way, to have the Edge Walk experience, it costs anywhere between $199 and $225 Canadian.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that includes.
Speaking of Swiss,
yes,
that's what the glass floor looked like when I was looking over the little right. Swiss chocolate.
Swiss Miss. There you go. You got one more?
All right. Yeah, I do. I have my teaser. I can't let people, you know, they're sitting there, Nick, saying, what country has the largest Muslim population? And of course, I just assumed the Middle East. Right?
I did too. I said,
East, right?
That's not a tease to me. I'm like, why would you give such a simple question that has a simple answer? Why would you do that? I'm thinking, okay, of course it's the Middle East, isn't it?
Indonesia.
Really?
216 million people, of which 188 million are Muslim. It is the largest Muslim population. 87% of Indonesian people are Muslim. Amazing. And see, you don't think about that.
No, you don't.
It's like when people say OPEC, the oil guys,
yes,
they think of guys in turbans. But the reality of it is that South America, you know, Brazil and Venezuela are larger players than them. It's crazy.
OPEC, if I remember this from school, it's oil producing, exporting countries.
Yes. See, you didn't have much other things to do, did you?
No, I didn't. I'm that slick. Hey, speaking of slick, you go to our website, nickandroy.com. Lots to do there. Keep you busy for a little while. You click on episodes. You could find out and listen to a full library of all of our episodes in all of the 7 seasons, plus 160 episodes. You can go to birthday/anniversaries, and you can order a very special anniversary or birthday message for your loved one.
Yeah, that's a big deal because you're getting it's like a mini Totally Useless Information show for that person that you care about on their birthday or your anniversaries. And we do it is so great. People are flipping out over this. It's super inexpensive. Go to nickandroy.com. You can actually hear a sample of it. It's so cool. It's so much fun. And for a limited time, you and the person that you send it to get a free 12 months, a whole year of our newsletter, which, you know, the newsletter is real cool. It's so much inside information to me and Nick, and you'll understand why we're friends. You'll actually understand things that we went through in the 80s and 90s and so on. Plus, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Like I was a chef and I talk about food, and it's a fun newsletter that's totally different than the show.
nickandroy.com is where you go. And just a quick, some quick feedback from a recent birthday message that we had done for somebody. And his wife said, oh, he loved it. He played it for his family and friends. It made him laugh and smile the whole time. And it's such a unique gift to be able to give someone, she says. Thank you, Nick and Roy. And by the way, she says, P.S., he finally understands why I listen to you guys every week. So there you go.
It's just such a cool gift. It really is. My wife bought me a gift. She took me up to the CN Tower.
She said, ready, set, jump. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Einstein was a moron. Newton was a jerk. E equals nothing. It's science, science, science.
We are so excited to have a very special guest here today because not only is he going to help you today, so I know we're totally useless information, but today we're actually going to be helpful because listen up and actually sit up because it's all about your posture today as we bring in a very special guest, Dr. Matt. Dr. Matt, welcome to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having me.
Now I brought Dr. Matt.
Yeah.
Because I want people to know a little bit more about chiropractic work because Dr. Matt has helped me. I guess people on the show, if you listen to the show, you'll know that I've been laid up through some of the shows, but thanks to legal marijuana, the shows have sounded much more interesting.
Yeah, right.
No, but Dr. Matt, I met Dr. Matt because I had gone to some doctors, and the first thing they do is right away they prescribe, pain medication and the opioids and things like that. And then I met Dr. Matt, and he takes a totally different approach, and he has helped me considerably. And so I said, I need to get this guy on the show because people need to know that there are alternatives to doing things that hurt them rather than help them. So that's one of the reasons why Dr. Matt's on the show.
Now, he has his practice in Naples, Florida. So if you happen to be a snowbird or you're listening to us while you're visiting Florida, you happen to be in the Naples area, you want to check him out. Now, this is not an infomercial. Matt did not pay to come on the show, nor are we paying him. I don't know if we told him that yet. But this is really a way for us to give you useful information because, like Roy said, it's really important. But if you're in the Naples area, it's Dr. Matthew Davis. But we call him Dr. Matt because we're cool. And so is he. He's really cool. So tell us, Dr. Matt, how long you've been in practice?
So I've been in practice 23 years. I practiced a lot and went to school in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and now I've been down in Naples about 5 or 6 years.
So
Mike, I have a question for him.
Yeah.
Why, after all these years, are you just practicing? You couldn't get it right?
That's what they call it, Roy. That's what they call it.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
Nick and Roy for Tom's Place. Tom's Place is fully stocked. They have huge amounts of inventory that need to be moved. The deals are simply amazing with prices lower than ever.
So when Tom called us to sponsor the show, we were both so excited because you've got to go to this store. If you want to see a selection of clothing, suits, jackets, shirts, belts, ties, Tom's is the place to go. Not just for the selection, but simply the prices. This guy has door crasher sales, dress shirts for $50 that are like $100 dress shirts. You can save on scarves, and he has scarves right now for $25 that were regularly $75.
Wow.
Or you can get three scarves for $50. That's $150 worth of scarves for $50. Cohen designer suits sized up to 48, regularly $650, $350. But guess what? You buy 2 suits with this sale that we're promoting right now, you get 2 suits for $600. Did you hear that? $1,300 worth of suits for $600.
I heard you. Yeah. How about 3/4 length winter coats made in Italy, available in all colors and sizes, regularly priced $898 to $998, knocked down to $650, now slashed to only $325.
Tom knows how to buy. This is one of the best clothing stores. So don't forget Tom's Place extended boxing sale all through the month of January. You can go to Tom's, 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market, or you could visit them at Tom's, TOMS-place.com, toms-place.com.
Or you can visit our website, nickandroy.com, and click on the Tom's Place logo. Tom's Place, will suit you.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
We're back with totally useless information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Dogfish skin was often used in the 18th century to sand violins. Dogfish are a family of sharks, and dogfish sharks made up the second largest order of sharks at 119 species. They have 2 dorsal fins. Their skin is generally rough to the touch, hence being used to sand the wood of violins.
I knew there was something fishy about my Stradivarius.
That's right, yes. Is that 2 dorsal fins, or you're really, really excited to see me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Monaco is the only country that has, I love this one too, folks. This is another good one. Monaco is the only country that has a military orchestra. They're not the only country that has, a lot of countries have military orchestras, but they have a military orchestra that's actually larger than their actual military. It's larger than the army itself. So guess what? Like, if there's going to be an invasion, they'll be like, wait, stay where you are. We're going to play you a tune.
Well, all they had to do if they really get into trouble, they just, instead of musical instruments, just put weapons in their arms, and now they've doubled the size of their army.
No, like if like they're gonna be invaded, if Monaco's gonna get invaded, they play dum dum da dum dum da dum da dum da dum.
Well, if they have plants, and what country was this?
Monaco, where Princess Grace Kelly was the queen of Monaco.
She was, absolutely, and she was a doll. Speaking of,
my mom looked like her. When my mom was young, Grace Kelly and her looked very, very much the same.
Are you saying you're royalty?
I'm just saying my mom was a beautiful woman.
Yes, she was. Even when I met her in her later years, because Roy and I know each other. It's 42 years now that we know each other.
That's frightening.
It is. Yeah.
That is scary.
Yeah, that we can count to 42. Absolutely.
Exactly. that we even made it here.
That's right. Music can make your plants grow faster. So I know this is the music section, but this could very well kind of cross over into another one of our topics, which is Down the Garden Path on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. If you're a plant person, you should probably play some good music while watering them because it can help with their growth. Researchers at the National Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology in South Korea, they found that, yes,
that's a big name. Yeah, that's important.
It's the researchers at the National Institute of Agricultural Biotechnology in South Korea found that music can make plants grow faster as well as healthier.
Yeah, well, crazy stuff comes from those places, like COVID.
No, it didn't. It didn't come from South Korea. Your local convenience store came from South Korea. I remember when they had the World Cup in South Korea, and every time they had a corner kick, like in the corner, I said, up went a convenience store. So if you notice, in that fact, I said that you have to play some good music. Well, what constitutes good music? So if your plants died, it means that you played them bad music, I guess.
And what happens if you have a plant that likes rock, or you have a plant that likes classical?
You don't know.
Like I could see a tomato plant liking rock and roll music. I could see maybe like corn liking jazz.
Welcome to the Corn Maze Jazz Festival. Yeah, well, shucks. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We invite you to join us on our website. Listen, we could have been talking about oysters. Shucks. Well, you go to our website, nickandroy.com. You can check out our full library of episodes. You can check out our birthday and anniversary messages. As we mentioned, you can also leave us a message by clicking Contact Us, and we'll get into our mailbag a little later in the show. But you can also leave us a voicemail message, all at our website, nickandroy.com. And now it's time for Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy as they present Dreams. Wake up. Wake up. Dreams.
What was that?
That was another one of those intros we did in one take.
Yeah, you could tell.
What's the expression?
Nick and I failed acting. You could tell that.
That's right. It's the absolutely not ready for any primetime players at all.
No. Some people annoy the hell out of me.
Some?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Some?
No. Some people say that they don't dream. I'm sure that in the course of your life, somebody has said to you, Nick, that they don't dream. You know?
Right.
Well, poppycock. Everyone dreams. And most of the time, we dream for a limited amount of time every night. It's just that some people have a crappy recall of their dreams. In fact, some people suffer from no dream recall at all.
There's a thing.
Exactly. And some people, like Joe Biden, live in their dreams.
What? No.
Did I offend everybody on this show?
No. So what you just said is President Biden is living his dreams?
Yeah, he's right, exactly.
It's like what
he's like at an ice cream shop every minute. Yeah.
One of my colleagues I'd say to them, "Hey, how's it going?" And they'd say, "Well, I'm living the dream." And I tell them, well, "Wait till the alarm goes off." You can have those people who do dream or recall them. You can have 4 to 7 dreams in one night. On average, you can dream anywhere from 1 or 2 hours every night, like a mini series, I guess. We often have multiple dreams within dreams that we cannot remember. With only the last dream before taking our waking consciousness, do we realize that you were dreaming. It's like you're binge dreaming, I guess.
Yes. Now, because Nick and I never discuss our topics, sometimes we have topics that either are the same ones or overlap. Like we'll just say dreams, you come up with 4 and I come up with 4.
Right.
And so sometimes we get the same fact, which happens, frequently because, great minds think alike. But the average person, yes, Nick, you're right, dreams roughly 2 hours a night.
Right.
So I said, I want to do some math.
Uh-oh.
Because I learned how to add up until high school. And that's about it for math.
Right.
No. So 2 hours a night. So how much in a lifetime? Roughly, using today's standards of a lifetime, you will dream for 6 years of your life. Yes. And in 1 year, you'll dream roughly 1,460 hours in 1 year. So 1,460 hours or 6 years in a total lifetime.
Talk about dreaming on. Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because I think about Heidi. I'll be thinking about Heidi Klum for what, 6 years?
Yeah, 6.5. 6.5 if you count the formative years.
Deutschland.
She's German, isn't she?
Oh, she's German.
It's one or the other. Hey, if you ever are of German...
That was a 50% insult.
That's right. Yeah, and they didn't figure out which half got it right. So there isn't such a thing as precognitive dreams. Results of several surveys across large population sets indicate that between 18 and 38% of people have experienced at least one precognitive dream, and 70% have experienced déjà vu. The percentage of persons who believe precognitive dreaming is possible is even higher, ranging from 63 to 98%. Now, didn't I not tell you this in another episode? Oh,
I don't know.
Right, 70% of us experience déjà vu. Yes, exactly. 100%.
Did I ever tell you that sometimes the cognitive dreams and they'll experience déjà vu?
No, I didn't know that. Where did you hear that from?
Did I tell you that sometimes they'll experience déjà vu? Listen,
the same way that
sometimes-
the same way the attention span of a goldfish is 3 seconds. Thank you for joining us. We'd like to welcome those of you who are listening on the iHeartRadio Talk Network. We are on Newstalk 1010 in Toronto, CKLW in Windsor, CKTB in St. Catharines. We're also at CFAX in Victoria. We want to thank you and all of the other countries around the world who've tuned in week after week. We really appreciate your support. And if you go to nickandroy.com, you have an opportunity to send us an email. What's the website, Roy?
nickandroy.com. Go there.
Nick and Roy will continue with totally useless information.
You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Listen, laugh, and learn. Innovation, ideas. The Totally Useless Information podcast presents Inventions.
biologist Gregory Goodwin Pincus. He's got 3 names.
Yes.
Gregory Goodwin Pincus and gynecologist John Rock in 1951 with funding from Margaret Sanger. She's the mother of Planned Parenthood and abortion and things like that.
Oh, boy.
Margaret Sanger. Yeah. They invented what they called the magic pill in 1951. It began production in the mid-1950s, and it was what's known today as the birth control pill.
Oh, interesting.
Gregory Goodwin Pincus and gynecologist John Rock with funding from Margaret Sanger. Yeah.
Okay, so you talked about diapers, you talked about toilets. Okay, I'm going to give you this invention. Okay, you ready? We're in inventions here on Totally Uses Information with Nick and Roy. Ice.
Ice had to be invented.
Mhm.
God invented ice.
Yeah, but it gets more complicated. How many types of ice can there be? Well, guess what? Scientists at the University College of London have recently, in as early as February of 2023, created a new type of ice that matches the density and structure of water. The ice is called medium density amorphous ice. Normally, when water freezes, it crystallizes and its molecules are arranged into a hexagon. When water freezes, it crystallizes and it becomes a solid structure. Amorphous ice. However, it's different when 3, 2. Let me just do this again. 3, 2.
It's hexagonal.
That's what it is.
Hexagonal.
I think hexagonal. I think I needed one more for the blooper reel for season 7. 3, 2. Scientists at the University of London in college. Okay, so you're thinking about ice. You go, ice. We have ice. Well, scientists at the University College of London have recently discovered a new type of ice that matches the density and structure of water. The ice is called medium density amorphous ice. Water freezes, it crystallizes, and its molecules are arranged in familiar hexagonal structures.
Hexagonal.
Exactly. Amorphous ice, however, tomato.
Those of you that couldn't hear it, Nick's done this fact about 7 times.
The 8th time is a charge. See, this is why ice needs to be reinvented. 3, 2. It helps. This study shows them the water's mysterious properties, and so they're reinventing ice, believe it or not, thanks to the scientists at the University College of
So it doesn't
London.
actually freeze into like a cube, but yet it's cold as ice?
Exactly. See, you could have wrapped it up.
Yeah. Well, all they had to do is drain my wife's blood.
Wow.
Bang.
Boom. Bang.
That's what I'm going to hear tonight when she gets a hold of my weapon.
On the show today, we talked about science with Dr. Matt, the chiropractor. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. We had a lot of fun, and we learned some great stuff. We talked about cars. We talked about geography. It's time for the news.
And now, from around the corner
and around the world. This is TUI News.
In a freak series of seemingly random events, a Nintendo Switch owner's pet accessed his eShop account and added funds using his credit card. His pet was a pet fish. The crime was caught on video during an unsupervised live stream that hundreds of viewers watched as the little fish stole their owner's identity while he was gone. The entire heist started as an experiment to see if fish could complete the Pokemon game unassisted. So to do it, this Japanese YouTuber set up a webcam focused on a fish bowl. Motion tracking software monitored the fish as they swam across an overlaid grid populated with the controller inputs. If a fish paused or changed direction, the correlating controller input registered in the game. So this guy thought he was really smart. Set this whole thing up so his pet fish can control the game. So the identity theft occurred while this guy was away from his YouTube live stream.
They should have known something was fishy.
Well, the game went swimmingly, with the fish winning. The fish won several battles in this game.
But this is what I get out of this whole conversation. Was the fish's name Gil?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Let's see. It was
Ben.
No, it was Francesco Scale. At the 11th.
No, is that his name, Francesco?
No, it was Japanese. It was Matikamaru is the guy, the YouTuber. At the 1,144-hour mark, the game crashed, as games sometimes do. But without the owner, Mutakamaru, to fix the situation, the system continued registering inputs from the fish. Because remember, as the fish swam around, it moved the controllers. So eventually, the pesky little critters got the Nintendo eShop to come up twice and registered the correct sequence of inputs to add 500 yen, which is $4 US, to his account from his credit card. They also exposed his credit card information to everyone watching.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Could you imagine, though, Nick, that the fish is playing the game? You know, I mean, and this guy has no clue that this is going on.
Right, because he's away, right? He's away from the game thinking, okay, well, you know. He contacted Nintendo because after 7 hours that this happened, before finally the power switch was off. So he contacted Nintendo explaining what happened and asked for a refund of 500 yen. Again, it's only about $4 US. But Nintendo, they did grant the request. They gave him his money back. No harm, no foul. But
I don't know why, though. I mean, it was all going so swimmingly.
That's right. But the thing is, because his credit card information was given to all the people online watching him play, he had to cancel his credit card. So,
well, it just goes to show you that you can get hooked on video games.
You can, absolutely. That's right. And it doesn't, and what he did was, well, he did flush the little thieves down the toilet eventually.
Did he?
Oh, that's what I think. That's my speculation.
He killed the goldfish?
Well, he's a thief. Come on. You kidding? By the way,
we got to look into this.
Did you know that the attention span of a goldfish is 2 seconds? Unless you're playing, of course, unless you're playing the Pokemon game on Switch.
What did you say?
The attention span of a goldfish is 2 seconds.
What?
That's all the time we have for this edition of Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy. We will scour the internet and other sources, and so will our staff. And the attention span of a goldfish is only 2 seconds. And we'll gather more totally useless information just for you.
And until then, you need to tell everyone about this show because it is, we say, listen, laugh, and learn for a reason because you truly do. And we enjoy coming out to you in 67 different countries and all over the radio from coast to coast to coast in Canada. And we really do appreciate every single one of you that listen. So thanks for always being there for us. And like we said, go to nickandroy.com and look at the newsletter and that birthday information. And it really does, it helps us keep bringing the show to you. So we appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Thanks for listening.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy was brought to you in part by Tom's Place. For the finest in men's fashion, Tom's Place will suit you. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.